In this video, I'm going to demonstrate a little trick that we use with media queries to make one thing appear for mobile and a different thing appear on desktop. So let's pretend that we want two different headlines. We want one headline to be for mobile and one for desktop. So let's use a longer one. Beautiful sunsets. Let's use the longer one for desktops, but let's have a little shorter headline. That'll let us use like headline large text for our website. So run this thing, and now you see I have two, but it's not a very big headline. The default size for most browsers for H1 is 2 EMs, but let's make it bigger so it stands out a little bit more. And of course, by doing so, we're making our problem we're trying to fix. So I'm going to make font size 4 EMs. I'm doubling the size of the font. Run. And now you see I kind of have very big font, and it kind of wrapping awkwardly on mobile, right? Okay, so now we have a problem we have to fix. Before we can write the CSS for this trick, we have to be able to distinguish this title from that title. So I'm going to do class equals, and I'll call this desktop very creatively. And on this one, I'm going to say class equals mobile. And now in my CSS, I can distinguish between this H1 and that H1. All right, so let's do, first I'm going to make, let's make mobile disappear, right? So that we only have one showing. So I'm going to do display is the property and none is the value. Run it, and that should make my mobile disappear. It did, so I did it right. Now here's where the trick comes in. What we want to do is we want to make if for smaller device sizes, we want to make the mobile appear, and then we want the desktop to disappear. So we're going to write a media query. So at media only screen. As you can see, I'm looking over at my notes because I don't type these every day. Only screen. And I'm going to define a certain size for that media query. And I'm going to do a small size because we're working in a small window here in JS Fiddle. So I'm going to set the max width of 400 px. Now I can do my curly braces, and now I can type a media query inside of that. So first, let's type the desktop, and let's make the desktop disappear, right? And we make it disappear with display none. Now we have to make the mobile appear, and up above here we had set mobile to display none, and in doing that we overrode its natural state or its default state of display block. So what we type in is display, and we set it back to block where its default is. Now let's run it and see if it works. That's always the trick, to see if it works. Run. All right, so now at its larger size it shows my desktop title, and when it gets below 400 it goes to the smaller title. And now I maybe want to adjust my media query. Maybe let's make it 500 and see if that works better, because part of my goal is that I don't have this text wrapping. Yeah, so rather than going to wrapping text, I'm going just to the shorter title. And that's how we make things appear and disappear with this CSS trick.